Jesse is calling in from Gastonia, North Carolina. Jesse, you're up.
Hey, Peter, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Hey, Peter, I don't think there's a way that the Fed will create another housing bubble, and it seems like the U.S. economy is recovering.
Well, I don't think the economy is recovering. I think it only looks that way to people who are high on stimulus, just like it looked like a recovery in 2005, 2006. It wasn't a recovery then. It was the precursor to the 2008 financial crisis. And I think what's happening now is the precursor to an even greater crisis. But I agree with you that they will not create another housing bubble. I don't think this is another housing bubble. I think it's the same bubble. I think they're just blowing more air into it because it never really finished deflating. It popped. A lot of air went out of it, but we never emptied all the air. It never finished fully deflating. And the government has succeeded in pumping some of the air that escaped back in. But I don't believe they will ever achieve the size of the bubble before. They're not going to get it back to its full size. They will succeed in getting more air in it, but it's going to escape. There is no way the government can keep that air in this bubble because the bubble has already burst. So they've got holes in the bubble. So as they're pumping more air into it, it's still seeping out of those existing holes.
And I got to work at 11 o'clock, so I still got a little longer. So
not really sure what you're. Go ahead.
Yes, Peter?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah?
Hey, when are we going to have the currency crisis?
Well, Jesse, I don't know the exact answer to that question. I think it's coming soon. I think that is going to be the basis of the real crash. I think that the reason that the economy didn't fully implode earlier is because we didn't have a currency crisis, because the world came to our rescue. But that is going to start to end. Look, in New Zealand last night, the New Zealand Central Bank hinted that they might not be cutting rates anymore and that they might be getting ready to raise interest rates. The New Zealand dollar is up over 1% today against the U.S. dollar. It's at a 5-year high against the Australian dollar. But as more countries turn the corner and change their rhetoric and start to worry about inflation and their rates being too low and asset bubbles, that is, the beginning of what might bring on the crisis in the dollar, because the dollar is being propped up by all these other countries making a mistake by debasing their own currencies because they think that is the key to economic success. It's wrong, but we are benefiting from it to the extent that we can keep the bubble growing. I don't think long-term it benefits us at all. Just like, does a drug addict benefit from more drugs? Well, in the short run, he thinks he's benefiting, but in the long run, he's not.